Ciao! Welcome to the peak of Culinary Cartography. 20 cities, 20 iconic coordinates. We are decoding the soul of Italy.
Verifying the texture. Prepare your senses. Our Italian map begins now.
Naples, where the map of modern flavor was born. Built on tradition, baked at 485 degrees.
The soul of the South in every single bite.
From the ovens of Naples, we head to the heart of the Roman Empire. Rome, the eternal heart of history and the birthplace of the Golden Creed. 4 ingredients. 0 cream. The architecture of Roman perfection.
A masterclass in texture, where every strand tells a story. Leaving the Roman Empire for the rolling hills of Tuscany.
Florence, the cradle of the Renaissance and the home of the sacred fire.
4 fingers thick. Chianina beef, seared to primeval perfection.
A testament to the flame. Simple, raw, and magnificent.
Leaving the rustic fires of Tuscany for the golden elegance of Milan.
Milan, the capital of style, where gold isn't just worn, it's served.
Short grain precision. Saffron brilliance. The architecture of liquid gold.
Creamy, buttery, and perfectly al dente. A masterpiece of Milanese soul.
Leaving the fashion runways for the floating streets of the Adriatic.
Venice, a city built on water, fueled by the ancient art of small bites.
Infinite variety. One-bite masterpieces. The topography of the lagoon. Simple, fresh, and meant to be shared as the sun sets over the water. Leaving the calm canals for the explosive flavors of the Sicilian sun.
Sicily.
The architecture of the volcano. A reinforced rice shell. A molten core of heritage. A structural masterpiece of crunch and heat. The architect decodes the Sicilian sun. From the volcanic heat of the south to the learned heart of the north. Bologna.
Bologna, the learned city where the map of pasta reaches its ultimate peak.
Green spinach dough. 7 layers of heritage. The architecture of the north. Perfect structural integrity. The architect archives the richest flavor coordinates in Italy, leaving the learned halls of Bologna for the sweet, golden streets of Palermo. Palermo, the crossroads of empires, where the map turns sweet and golden. Structural pastry. Sheep's milk ricotta, the geometry of a Sicilian treasure.
Unmatched crunch. The architect records the finals.
Leaving the golden heat of Palermo for the emerald pesto of Genoa. The vertical city of marble and salt, where the hills breathe basil.
Pesto Genovese, never heated, only crushed. The emerald topography of Liguria.
Decoding the emerald alchemy, the architect maps the perfect ratio of basil oils to pasta architecture.
leaving the emerald hills for the sun-kissed cliffs of the Amalfi Coast. Amalfi, where the mountains meet the sea in a vertical citrus paradise. Sponge dome architecture, double-infused lemon cream, the essence of the coast.
Decoding the perfect acidity. Every layer is a calculated tribute to the sun.
Leaving the sun-drenched cliffs for the royal chocolate maps of Turin.
Turin, the royal capital of chocolate, where every cup is a map of elegance.
Liquid architecture, dark chocolate base, espresso core, cream crown.
Decoding the contrast of hot and cold, the architect logs the royal chocolate coordinates.
Leaving the royal cafes of the north for the sun-baked traditions of Bari.
The heart of Puglia, where the map of pasta is hand-carved on the streets.
Semolina precision, ear-shaped geometry designed to hold every drop of oil.
Decoding the perfect cup volume, the architect maps the rustic soul of the South.
Leaving the coastal breeze of Bari for the historic spice maps of Siena.
Siena, a medieval fortress of flavor, where the spice maps of the past are still alive.
Dense nut architecture, 17 spices, a fossilized map of Tuscan heritage.
Analyzing the thermal heat of the pepper, the architect archives the most complex in Tuscany.
Leaving the medieval spices for the romantic star-shaped cakes of Verona.
Verona, the city of star-crossed lovers and the golden star of Italian sweets.
Golden bread architecture, high-lipid emulsion, a structural masterpiece of the north.
Analyzing the cloud-like density, the architect archives the golden coordinates of Verona.
Leaving the romantic city for the rugged alpine maps of the Aosta Valley. Aosta Valley, a rugged alpine fortress where the map is forged in stone and snow.
Fontina DOP base, thermal precision, the molten architecture of the high peaks.
Decoding the perfect melt, the architect maps the warmest coordinates of the Alps.
Leaving the snow-capped peaks for the turquoise maps of Sardinia. Cagliari.
Cagliari, the island's sun-drenched capital, where the map is written in salt and sand.
Hand-rolled geometry. Toasted depth. The saline architecture of the Mediterranean.
Decoding the perfect oceanic balance, the architect logs the saline coordinates of Sardinia.
Leaving the island heat for the grand coffee maps and crossroad cultures of Trieste.
Trieste, the windswept crossroads of empires, where the map turns towards the north.
Decoding the smoky coordinates, the architect archives the complex layers of Trieste.
Leaving the royal coffee houses for the prehistoric stone maps of Matera.